This isn't the end of your life. It's more like a pause, and soon there's a start.
All right,
You'll be back on your
episode
feet
1.
again.
Ooh, I
in
think I have something in my
no
hair.
time.
Doesn't matter. Episode 1
Share
of
that with me,
I Hope You're Well,
tell
which
I'm
is
not
a
fine.
brand new little mental health project I've had in mind for a couple months, but I never could actually do it. I never have the energy or actually the assets to make it happen. But here we are. So before we do anything, let me explain to you what it is. So I Hope You're Well is like a mental health kind of podcast thing. You probably saw my mental health April 2021 video, like a couple in April, like 2-3 months ago. My April is like 4, so like 4 months ago, right? Yeah, 4 months ago. And yeah, it's like I just spoke about my mental health and how I felt and everything. Oops. And this is basically the same thing, but I have like topics on here. So I'm gonna talk about gaming, for example, for today, and hygiene. So how both of these things, gaming and hygiene, relate to mental health. That's today's topics. And other stuff, maybe we'll have a couple guests as well. That'd be nice. I don't know who would be willing to come on here, but that'd be fun. I think that'd be fun. Um, this is also a one take, just like my old mental health videos, the real talk videos. This is a one take, real, like no editing. This is just me being real, being me. No editing. My mistakes doesn't matter if I don't say anything. If I stutter, doesn't matter. It's just me. So this is all just one take to be more genuine. But yeah, this is what it is, and I called it. I hope you're well. I made the assets quite recently. I oh yeah, I will say though, if you see any cuts ever, it's because maybe he comes in the room and I have to cut, in editing. But I doubt, that happen. These videos will be around, like 25 to 50 minutes long. It depends on what I'm talking about, first of all, if I have a lot to say about it, and if there's someone on the show. Maybe there is, maybe I'm just all by myself like today. Who knows? I don't know the frequency yet. Maybe once a week, maybe once a month. I don't know. You tell me. I'm saying you tell me as if anyone is listening. I get like 20 views a video, so, and I'm not gonna have any responses to that. But you tell me if you want to tell me. Feel free to. My first thing I need to do is I need to reduce my microphone level there, which I accidentally just put up, and I need to stop hitting my microphone, and I need to. Okay, it's open. There you go. Open this. So, how I'm gonna do this show today and every single day is, first off, the intro as I've done today. Then I talk about how I'm feeling, and then I talk about topics. And basically, this is the first episode, so I'm really explaining things to you. But how I'm gonna go every time is I'm gonna go like, welcome back to a new episode of I Hope You're Well. As you know, this is the show where we speak about mental health, and I'll do the whole intro stuff and whatnot, right? As always, and I'll just say, as always, I'll talk about how I'm feeling, then 2 topics, and I'll give you some advice at the end. That's what the show is all about, and that kind of stuff, right? Like I don't have the word pitch. I don't have the script for the intro. I mean, there's no script, but like I don't have the overall script in my head for the intro yet. So, don't mind the intro. That's a bit rough. But okay, I'm gonna stop talking about nonsense. I'm gonna actually get into the topics, today's topics. And my hair is being annoying. I don't know why. It is, but it is. Look at this. I am gonna get a haircut soon. Don't worry. Okay, you can go back. Whatever. I'm getting that soon, so. Alright, let's get into the first topic of discussion. So very first thing, how am I feeling? How's my week been? Or my month, or how I'm feeling right now, as I'm recording this. I'm actually feeling all right. You know, I had a very bad day. Was it yesterday? Not 2 days ago. Yeah, 2 days ago. Today is the 12th of August. It's 3:15 p.m. And 2 days ago on the 10th, I just had a very bad day. I was just sad the whole day, so didn't do much. Yesterday I did stream though, and I might stream tonight. We'll see. Maybe, maybe not. I doubt it, but maybe not. And actually, today I'm feeling good. I'm feeling all right. I had stuff to eat, you know, some brioche and something to spread on it. And that's all I need to be happy, obviously, as you all know. But yeah, I'm feeling all right. And that's why I'm recording this video now, because I'm actually feeling all right. And my week has been very weird per se. I did go out and with a friend and have some fun and whatnot, but which I don't do often, and I love it so much. I really love going outside and spending time with people, even if it's just people I just met. I just love getting out of this apartment, you know, because I'm stuck in there forever. So, at least like for now. So yeah. I also almost have all my paperwork done, so I'll be able to find some like a job or something soon, hopefully soon enough. And also, I've just been trying to think of new video ideas. I also want to thank everyone for watching my reaction to Worthwhile, the UN Origin Team Taj that dropped like a week ago now, I think. And it's got like 200 views. That's the fastest I've ever gotten 200 views. So, hey, thank you. I really appreciate it. But yeah, that's how I'm feeling. You know, I'm feeling alright. My week's been weird. 2 days ago was bad. 2 days is better. Whatever. I've been watching a lot of Cody Co. I've been binging Cody Co. So Cody, if you're watching this, love you. I've also the past week, not this week, the past week though, last week, I've binged like Drew Gooden and Curtis Connor and Danny Gonzalez. Like, I have their videos on repeat, the same videos on repeat, like the whole channel. I've seen every videos like 5 times or 10 times. They're just great when I'm just playing something and I have videos on like I'm playing video game. I have Danny, Drew, and Curtis just on my laptop. Perfect. It's so enjoyable. Their content is so enjoyable. I love it so much. Just like Cody. I love you all 4 of you. Oh, sorry, all 3 of you, because I forgot Drew and Danny are the same person. Oh no, they're not the same person actually. Or are they? I don't know. I don't mind the rules. But yeah, I'm gonna have a little bit of a drink as well sometimes, because you know we'll actually get crazy. I'm gonna copy Danny's thing for this podcast, for this show today. We like to get a little crazy on the second channel, on the podcast. Or it's not podcast, whatever. We like to drink a bit of freeway. And the sun just decided to just die, so now I have to adjust my camera settings, my exposure. Ooh. I think that's enough. Yeah. I'll turn it down if I need to later on. But yeah. Let's get into the first topic now. The very first one I want to talk about is gaming. I have a couple things to say about this, where about gaming and mental health, in a way that I personally am a big gamer. I game almost every day, even though like I don't want to, right? I want to go outside and everything, but I don't have any friends that want to hang out with me, so I play video games, you know. So I'm kidding, obviously. I have a couple of friends, obviously, just, you know, work, pandemic, everything. But that was just like a self-deprecation. But yeah, I've been gaming a lot. I've been playing a lot of Call of Duty, Rocket League, which, by the way, if you play Rocket League, add me. We can play together. And it's I've met a lot of people. Even recently, I met someone that is very easy to speak to. Very easy and open-minded, and you can really easily speak to them about mental health or like serious topics and everything. And I don't like my haircut right now, so this is gonna come back for just a second. And I just met so many people. Okay, no, wait, no, this specific part here it's not. I'm not gonna have it there. I need to get on track. But yeah, I've met people recently even that I can speak to. Even some of my best friends, all my best friends, I've met online, and most of them through PSN, apart from Ari, which was from Google Plus, which, by the way, rest in peace to Google Plus. But you can meet a lot of people on there, and on PlayStation, Xbox, Steam, in TF2, Rocket League. Okay, not Rocket League because it's so toxic as fuck, but you know what I mean. And it got me thinking. It helps a lot. Gaming helps a lot, and obviously we all know that. I didn't find anything crazy, right, about gaming and mental health helping people. It's been known forever. People use gaming as an escape from reality. We all know that. But I want to expand on like a specific thing about gaming, which is more of the social aspect of it when it comes to people that online are toxic, and the complete opposite are super supportive of you, even strangers. And I'll give you two examples. So I play a lot of Rocket League, and I've recently, even like in the past 2-3 weeks, I've been in game. I have like a rainbow flag, right? And I've been just called homophobic slurs at least 3 times in the past 3 weeks. 3 or 4 times in the past 3 weeks, and every month it's like at least like 3 or 4 times. And it's not a lot per se, right? But it's still like compared to how often that should happen in a game like Rocket League, at least. Because I'm not talking about League of Legends, obviously. I need to stop with my microphone. All right, I'm not talking about like LOL, or like fucking CS:GO or whatever. Like, there's no voice chat in Rocket League, and it's more than that should happen. And this is just, it doesn't have like a big effect on my mental health per se, because I am used to it now. I've been playing Call of Duty for the past 11 years, 10, 11 years, so I'm used to trash talk, right? But to me, it's like, personally, when someone says that to me, I'm like, you're either like a teenager that thinks being edgy is funny, or you're an adult that thinks being edgy is funny. In which case, good luck in life. At least in like relationship wise, because you're probably a toxic person. And also that I made me realize I just can't be toxic to people, right? It's one thing to get frustrated, right? Even in Rocket League especially, and say it to your TV. So the person don't know, just to your TV by yourself. Right? Oh, fuck you, you're trash of the game, whatever. It happens, sure. That's one thing, but like, you don't mean it. It's just in frustration, and it's nothing, very, very mean or anything. It's just like, oh, in frustration. You're not saying any actual insults or anything, or any slurs. But it's another thing to actually take that frustration and take it out and actually show it to people, and especially another human being, because how I see gaming is I see other people I'm playing with. I don't see like the gamer tag like XX Pussy Slayer 420XX. I don't say that. I see the person behind that gamer tag, right? And as we all know, that person is a Pussy Slayer. People don't lie on the internet. Everything is true on it, even in gamer tags. And obviously, I can't be toxic because of it. I can't be toxic because of it. I can't. I used to, obviously, but I can't anymore. For the past couple of years, it's very hard for me to be toxic. There have been a couple of slip ups. Obviously, it's impossible almost to be perfectly not toxic. But for like 99% of the time, sorry, I'm gonna rephrase that. For the 99% of like the time I've been playing in the past few years, I just can't be toxic. And I spoke with that 2 days ago, I think, about that, or 3 days ago, with that person I met recently. And we were thinking about how we both that day met someone who was very incredibly toxic. And we're just wondering, how how can you speak to someone in a way that's very like that you don't know what the person is going through right in their life. There's time when people online have been talking to me, and anyone else would be like, oh, whatever, it's normal, it's just toxicity in video games, whatever. But to me, that day I was having a very bad day, maybe like mentally I was just a bit depressed or anything, and just that person being toxic to me affected me. And I was like, fuck, dude. I was feeling like shit already. It made me feel even more like shit, right? Whatever. And it affected me. So that's why I'm not toxic. That's the main reason why. But we're both thinking, how can you just be toxic to someone like this in a way of like actually calling them slurs and actual insults and everything? I don't get that, and we both didn't get that. And obviously, it's not that we don't understand it. We know why, because frustration and everything, and it's just screen per se. But still, man, come on, it's just like there's no point to it, right? There's no point. And I'm not even saying to be nice to everyone. I'm saying to not be toxic to everyone. Some people, when you say, oh, just don't be toxic to everyone, just why are you so toxic? You should not be toxic. They think we're saying, oh, you should be nice to everyone. No, just ignore them. Don't interact. Just don't be toxic. If you're not gonna be nice, at least don't be the opposite. At least be neutral. Don't be toxic. And like, yeah, that's the main point. I was trying I wanted to focus on. It's really like, what do you think? Do you think being toxic online is just or whatever, or do you think just like us, me and my person I spoke to, that it has a real impact on people, and we should probably just do something about it, which people are trained to, obviously, but it's very hard. It's very incredibly hard to manage toxicity, unfortunately. Um, and now there's the second point I want to also focus on, which is the opposite. Like I said, we've talked about the toxic people. Now, the opposite, which I've met, like I said, a couple of people in the past, which I still speak to today, which have been super supportive. And it's like, if you're someone that can go online and even when you're angry, you can manage yourself, and you learn to do that, and you don't actually, you're not toxic to that person. Which obviously there's exceptions. If that person is being toxic first to you, you can maybe a bit. Obviously, I don't recommend it, but like, I get you. If someone's come at you like, oh, bro, and goes off at you, I get it. I'm not saying you should say slurs or insults, but you can still be like, yo, fuck you, right? That I'm alright for. But if you can just keep it to yourself and be like, it's a video game, whatever, and you can actually be supportive people, like forgive them and be supportive, like that's the best thing in the world. If you can meet someone online and with no issue speak to them about life and mental health and whatnot, that's like the best thing in the world. And the very unfortunate part is that it's very rare. It's incredibly rare to find someone like this. Most of the time you won't find people like this, and I've only met like I said, only a couple in my since 2020, I'll say 11. I've been really playing online. I only met a couple of people, like this. 2012, I'll say, but still doesn't matter. I've only met like a handful of people that are that supportive and not toxic and really great people to speak to. It's incredibly rare. I really love that kind of people. Like, I really love those people. if you're someone like this, please keep going. You know, we need people like you. I try to be that person. I'm not gonna say that I am, because you know I don't like to say anything about myself. I like to let other people come to conclusion about me, right? I'm not gonna say to people, oh, you need to think that of me. I'm gonna let them form the opinion about me. But I like to think, I personally, I went from, and that's a topic from another one of these episodes. I went from homophobic and transphobic and everything when I was a teenager to a much better person, which is that kind of gamer. I like to think. At least I like to think, and it's up to whoever wants to actually come and confirm that. What else? I think that's about it for gaming. Yeah, it's been 20 minutes. I think that's about it for gaming. So let's get to a new topic. I actually have a thing for this. Oops, that's the wrong one. That's the wrong one. No, that's the intro. There. I didn't mess it up. I didn't fuck up like twice. I didn't say anything. New topic. Let me turn on the opacity, the exposure. There you go. All right. Showering and hygiene in general, mental health. That's a big thing for me, and it's something that is not it's not talked about nearly enough. There's one thing that I'll just lay down the groundworks for the discussion, right? Mental health, hygiene. When you're like, I'm saying that for everyone, even if you're not depressed, you don't have any experience. That's why I'm really laying down the groundwork. If when you're not depressed or anything, have no mental issues or mental health issues, and I'm specifically talking about mental health here, not any other issues like physical and whatnot, obviously, but mentally, if you're struggling mentally, when you're not struggling mentally, it's very easy, or at least much easier, to take care of yourself, right? Obviously, money and whatnot is also a factor in that, but it's very much easier to take care of yourself. Something like getting up in the morning, that's already is a big thing. Just getting out of bed, then brushing your teeth, maybe after breakfast. First of all, even eating breakfast, then brushing your teeth, and after work or school, or even if you don't work or anything, just in general, having a shower, having a shower or showering often enough every day or every 2 days or whatever. Doesn't really matter what your routine is. That's much easier. But when you struggle with mental health, and I do, so I have like first-hand experience with this, it's that it's very hard to actually take care of yourself and like get in the shower, and it's something that you should do, right? Like I know I should brush my teeth more often, or like get a shower or a bath more often, and it's like you just can't, like you don't have the energy to do it. You're like, oh, I'll do it later on, and I just don't feel like it right now. I can't, and to normal people, if you say that to normal people that don't have any, I say normal people, we are normal too, but I'm saying like to people that don't have any issues mentally, they're gonna be like, oh, that's disgusting. If you go on Twitter and you say that, they're gonna tell you you're disgusting. Go wash your ass. But that's just the truth of it. That's the reality of it. It's very hard to take care of yourself when you're having issues mentally. It's when you're struggling with mental health, it's very hard. And even something as like brushing your teeth, let's get into that. All you have to do is get in the bathroom, pick up your toothbrush, put some toothpaste on it, and brush it. What is the hard part in this when you're struggling with mental health? It's getting to the bathroom. It really is. It's getting there to the bathroom. And it's not physically going there, it's mentally getting there. Because I think once you're actually physically in the bathroom, you'll just do it. For most people, you just do it because you're there, you might as well, But getting to the point mentally where you're able to physically go there, it's like a whole challenge sometimes. And it's like you don't think about it either, you know. First off, you have to think to even remember to actually think about this. And it's almost like, oh, that goes without saying you brush your teeth, but no, it doesn't. You know, it doesn't when you're struggling. And if you actually think of it, step one, then step two is like maybe get out of bed or anything, or like step two is basically to actually convince yourself, right? Like, okay, let me rephrase that. Step one is to actually remember it. Step two is to get in a position where you can actually convince yourself. So getting out of bed or finishing whatever you're doing, the project you're doing, or finishing that YouTube video you're watching. So you can actually feel like, okay, let's try to actually convince myself to do this. And step three is actually convincing yourself, and that's the hard part. That's the very hard part, because how it goes is you're like, I know I should, but I could wait until tomorrow morning. It's not gonna matter. It doesn't really matter. Or, oh, I can wait until tonight when I eat. Like it's like 4 p.m. I ate a snack to bunch. I could go brush my teeth and be hygienic, but I'm gonna wait until like 9 or 10 p.m. when I actually ate, because how it goes is in your head you actually take something and you're like, oh, I'm gonna find something that's related to that thing, so eating and brushing your teeth. I'm gonna take that thing that's eating and actually relate the two, and so I can take brushing my teeth, brushing my teeth, to like procrastinate on that. You procrastinate on it, and it's very is unhealthy, obviously, but that's just something that people do a lot when you're struggling with mental health, you're depressed or anything. And it can be anything. This is obviously like an obvious case, like a big case, but it could be anything small, literally. You want to take a shower? Oh, but like it can wait. I want to finish my game of Call of Duty. I want to finish just, even thinking about what I'm thinking. I want to finish, figuring some stuff out in my head first. I want to clear my head first. And then I'll go take a shower, and you don't take a shower because then when, for example, like I said, I'm going to go back to my eating example. You eat 10 p.m., you're finally there, and you're like, I can do it tomorrow. Or like, oh, wait, no, I can, instead of like brushing my teeth and then playing Rocket League, I could instead play Rocket League now and not have to wait and enjoy my time and not have to actually physically do something that like I know is good, but I just don't have the energy for, right? Because video games are much more fun, right? There's no energy, you just take the controller and you play. It does not require you to actually go to the bathroom or anything. And yeah, that's the biggest thing I wanted to talk about, right? And I think, in my opinion, it's not spoken about enough, not nearly enough. Do we speak about that kind of stuff? And that's mainly because I think it's obviously, it's not disgusting, but it's dirty, right? It's like, oh, you're not showering or anything. Oh, you're not brushing your teeth. Like, what are you? What are you, like 5? Week 5. That's how people think of it, right? It's like, what are you, dumb? Like, and it may be like, oh, obviously not. People don't think like that, but like I've firsthand on my own family have said that to me, right? Not dumb, but like, oh, just do it. Oh, you're disgusting. You're dirty. They've said that to me before, and like they don't get it. They just don't get it. And I don't blame them, obviously, but it is. I'm not gonna go into the whole family mental health thing. That's not the topic of discussion. But I've been told that before. So people do things like this for the most part, and I feel like it needs to be spoken about more by more people, have more relevance, right? Because I'm not relevant, obviously, and it's very hard to even speak about it, because most people are like, I'm not gonna go out and out myself as someone that doesn't shower. You don't want that, but it needs to be spoken about, I do shower obviously, but not as often as I would like to. I'll admit it. I don't brush my teeth as often as I would like to. It's like, yeah, that's how it is. I've been struggling with that mental health thing, like issues for like years now, and that's how it is. I'm not gonna deny it. It's not healthy, but that's the truth of it. And it's getting better. I'm obviously slowly getting better. So I'm being more and more hygienic. But still, it's something that I want to put on the main screen, on the main stage, because it's something that people are really that actually experience that are afraid to speak about. Um, and obviously, it's much easier for me to speak about it on the camera than someone else, like an actual person. But I personally would have no issue speaking about it to someone I trust. Not anyone, obviously, but someone I trust, or like, a therapist and whatnot. I would have no issues. But not someone that could judge me, obviously. If I know they would judge me, I would not. And I think that's the biggest issue for people. Like, they're afraid of people judging them. And I know it's kind of ironic to say because I'm posting this on YouTube, on the internet, where people judge a lot, but whatever. I'll do it. I don't really care. So yeah, just if you have a friend that's struggling, if you notice that they're maybe not being as hygienic, like don't make fun of them, or if you see someone that you know, or like in your class, or someone that basically, especially high schoolers and middle schoolers. I mean, mostly high schoolers, 'cause I don't think kids watch my videos. But if you see like one of your kid in your class, a teen or whatever, is like dirty or smells bad or something, like don't make fun of them. It's very easy. Like people make fun of that person. And they probably make like jokes at their expense, but don't. They could have like they could have like huge financial problems that they can't afford to shower a lot, or afford shampoo or anything, or mental health issues, for example. Like you have no idea. So just instead, just be like, hey, dude, strike a normal conversation and actually speak to them. And at some point, if you can, be like about their smell or like their breath or anything. Like bring up what's wrong and just ask them, do you mind if I just bring that up? Like, and obviously don't like just be a normal person. Just speak like a normal person. And I'm sure they will open up. And if nothing's wrong, just tell them. I'm just advising you to please, like, it'd be better if you did, because people make fun of you or anything. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, just please don't make fun of people like this and be more considerate. All right, that's this topic done for me. So, oops. So, next topic, which is the final one, the ending advice. And I forgot to do that animation for the first topic, but it never happened. The very last thing is, yeah, advice. The last segment of here is the advice segment. I know people have advice segments all the time, but this one, like, my advice segments are all about relating the topics of today's discussions to what you can do about it. And from two point of view, if you're someone struggling with those issues or using those crutches, like gaming, for example, or if you're someone that knows someone that actually does that or experiences that. There was a cut. My dad came to the room. I'm sorry. So first off, if you're struggling, that I'm gonna start with that point of view. If you're struggling, when it comes to gaming, keep going, but don't let it turn into an addiction. If you're self-aware and you see that maybe you have paperwork or anything that like you're not doing, even though you have no reason not to do, and you actually like you see that you're gaming instead of doing anything else, or eating, but not you're gaming instead of eating, or people are like, oh, do you want to come out or anything, and you want to actually hang out with them, but you're like, oh, either friends or video games, just try to think, am I going too far with it, and at the same time, obviously, don't don't think you shouldn't be gaming. You should if you like that. If it's an escape, you should. Just don't go overboard, please. I'm sorry, my nose is scratching. Then, when it comes to hygiene, take your time. Just take your time. You know, there's no way to get better at having better hygiene than just taking your time. And there's no practicing. Right? There's no practicing having better hygiene per se. The thing you need to practice is getting in the right state of mind. You know, and that's the best thing you can do. Just just don't go too hard on yourself. Just actually take care of yourself, and just take your time. Maybe think of yourself, maybe think of it as like a goal you need to achieve. Like, oh, I'm gonna go brush my teeth, and because I do, I'm gonna play video games a bit more than I usually do, for example. And I know it's very so hard to actually do that kind of thing, right? Where you actually set like a reward for yourself, because you're like, I can do that anyway. But if you can, try to do that. And if you can't, my advice is just try to do it when you feel good. Like, not good, but like when you don't feel as shitty, at least. Like, imagine you wake up, or like you actually, I don't know, like you go to throw something in the trash, for example, in the garbage. You go to the kitchen to throw something out in the garbage. Don't think, oh, I could go brush my teeth. Think, I'm gonna go brush my teeth now because I'm here, because I can real fast. It's not gonna take long. I'm gonna do it real fast. You know what I mean? That's just one example, obviously. And showering, big advice for showering. If you can, at least, big advice. If you can, do it at like 10, 11, when people aren't around as much. If you don't live alone, or if you live alone, that's even better. Do it like 10, 11, even one in the morning if you want to. Take a bath. I'll say take a bath, and relax, because it's late. It's later at night or in the evening. You can relax a bit more, and it's much easier to be like, oh, I'm a bit tired. It's like 10 p.m. I wanna chill right now. I'm gonna go take a bath, and chill and have YouTube when I'm in a bath, for example. That's a big advice. That's what I do, and it works perfectly. Obviously, it might not work for you, but there's an advice. Now, if you're someone that knows someone that's struggling with this, please, first off, for gaming, don't be like my own mother. My mom, what she used to do was, I explained it to her, right? I need gaming as like mostly to speak to people, because I use gaming mostly to speak to people, right? Through the PlayStation and whatnot, because that's where we mostly speak. And they don't use anything else mostly, or at least like they don't use actively any other platform. And I'm like, I need that, right? I need that to feel better. And actually, if you want me to do stuff with you and not be in my room all day, let me sometimes, like, every day at like 10 p.m. or like 8 or whatever, or almost every day at least, let me speak to people and do my thing. Leave me alone. And she will not. Don't be like her. Don't be that person, that mom or that dad or that brother or sister or anything, that friend that's like, oh no, don't do that, don't game, no, don't do it. Oh, come with me, do something else. No, if you know that person that struggling loves that and uses that as an escape and isn't being addicted and whatnot, actually leave them alone. Don't restrict them, because when my mom used to literally turn off the power in my room, so I couldn't use my PC for YouTube or anything, even speak to people on my PC or end or game. It was the worst time of my life. Like, I was depressed all day, every day. Normally, I feel bad, I feel like quite sad or depressed, mostly at night, on like a couple of days a week. Less and less as time goes on, because I feel better. But I used to be like every day, non-stop, 24 hours a day, every week, every month, just dead inside, right? Because I had no escape. So please, like, if you want someone to get better, let them have their outlets to feel better. And when it comes to, or maybe if you know someone that doesn't have any outlet for gaming, that's like, it doesn't play or anything, tell them, oh, here, you should try playing video games like No Man's Sky, for example. No Man's Sky is a great game to feel better, to chill. Try No Man's Sky, for example, or Minecraft. Even if I know you're not a gamer, but maybe you should try for a bit, and maybe they'll actually find that, and it's gonna help them feel better. Then, hygiene-wise, for the hygiene part, please, if you know someone who's struggling with hygiene, like I said, don't make fun of them. Don't judge them. Actually, either leave them alone for a bit, and only bring it up when you know, like, imagine you're talking, you're having fun playing online, for example, even if it's a friend, like I said, like I'm gonna say, like, even if it's a friend that is online that you know has bad hygiene or whatnot, like, tell them, like, when you're having fun playing video games and whatnot, you're having fun, there's some downtime, just tell them, oh yeah, dude, do you mind if I ask you about something? And you know, if they get like uncomfortable, obviously be like, oh sorry, whatever, and move on. But try to bring it up and actually ask them what's wrong, you know, what's up, dude. And actually the best thing you can do is not to force them to be like, oh, you know, you should do this and that and this. Just be like, oh, you know, if you need help, if you need any advice or anything, I'm there for you, and I can, you know, just ask me anything. If you want to do that, you don't need to, but if you want, that's the best thing you can do. And just be like, you know, the best thing you can say to someone is that's struggling with hygiene is to say exactly this, or at least like I like to think that it's a good advice. Like, say, you don't just please, I hope you don't think you're dirty for it. Like, I don't think you're wrong for not showering as much, or not, at least, you know, taking hygiene as seriously. You know, I understand you, and it's all right. You know, just take your time. That's the best thing you can say. Just take your time. You're not dirty. I hope you don't think you're dirty. Don't think of yourself as dirty. Don't think of yourself as, like, you know, disgusting or anything. Take your time and just slowly try to get, like, to be more hygienic. You know, show support. Basically, that's it. And that's about it, I think, for today. So yeah, I hope you actually enjoyed it. And I think that's gonna be it. I haven't made an outro. So I mean, I'm gonna use the same outro as I always do. You know what? I'll use the same outro as I always do. But maybe, do I want to? I don't know. I think I will, so my content is not as, like, weird for the outro. But yeah, alright. Ooh, hiccups. Take care of yourselves, please. And remember, if you know someone who's struggling, speak to them. And if you are struggling, I love you. You're worth it, and you're valid. Please take care of yourselves. Oops, I hit the microphone again.
Keep riding, cause we rolling. I've been playing my cards, I'm never folding. Fuck yeah, we young and we owing. We'll take a rest when our days are olden. The birds chirping, the sun shines out of breath, but we never take a time out. We never coasting, we throw a toast, but we never slowing down, living on a roller coaster. Like a minor, but